Hello, this is Dr. Roger Elmer, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions, and we're discussing stress this month. And I wanted to today discuss nutrition from a very basic point of view and its effects on stress. Remember that we define stress as any kind of load on the body, on the brain, on the software, which is the mind. Any kind of stress, any kind of load that is causing the system to have to adapt. Now, this is really important concept, because when you talk about nutrition, you say, well, how can nutrition have an impact on that? Remember that whenever there's a load and it necessitates adaptation, if we don't have the components to make the adaptation response, that is in itself a stress. It creates an anxiousness or an angst in the stress response. There's always going to be stress. What we want to be is equal to the stress so that the system can adapt and even become stronger as a result of it, and there's a lot more of that to come. So what are the basic components that we need? Well, first of all, let's talk biochemistry, not nutrition or nutritionists or dietetics. Let's talk about basic biochemistry. We've got to have carbs, fats, proteins. Now, when I said that, I didn't say whether it was animal type or whether it was plant type. Didn't say that at all. I just said carbs, fats, and proteins. Your body's got to have it. Your brain's got to have it. The cellular components have to have it. We talk a lot about protein in here, in order for the cells to respond, and particularly the nerve cells, they have to go through immediate early gene response in order to be able to fire, which is cellular housekeeping. You're replacing stuff that's going bad in real time, and you got to fire the nerve to make that happen. But we also talked about how the number one thing that the nerve cell needed was oxygen. The number two thing is carbs and sugars. The number three thing is activation of the nerve, but that necessitates, in order to activate, we have to have protein, because all the stuff that's in the cell that's vital is made of protein. So having those components is vital to that stress response rather than a stress reaction. We got to make sure that those things are in abundance. Then people ask me all about vitamins and minerals. Absolutely. Vitamins and minerals are components that we don't create. So oftentimes we're reworking them or putting them together, but they're parts that we use in order for health processes. Like the B vitamins are pieces of the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. If we want to put that together, we got to have it. And so we want to try to get as much of that as we can in the foods that we eat, because there's nothing better than from life to life. And so, but in the case of I don't have time, or for some reason I'm low in some area, and I mean, we can do some supplementation in that. But I want you to understand that not having the proper nutrition will become a stress in and of itself. A stress in and of itself. We will achieve fatigue much faster. We might even start off in fatigue as a result of nutrition. And I see that every day in my office. People who didn't eat properly, and they come in and I try to do some rehabilitation processes with them, some basic eye movement patterns that I've got them doing, and they can't do them. In fact, it's causing severe angst, severe anxiety just to do it. And so getting them some protein or some carbs automatically changes their ability to do that, and now they can do it. So it's really important to get the nutrition right all the time, because it's going to dictate how can I either respond or react to stress. We don't want it to react, we want it to respond. So if you have any questions, please let us know. We're happy to do other videos in response, or even respond via email. And remember, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions, we're here when you're ready to take your life back. Thank you.